Welcome to the campus of Western Washington University, the site for basketball tonight on the women's side as the Vikings welcome in UC Colorado Springs. Sean Wally alongside Dylan Foreman here at Carver Gym. Vikings victorious last night over Western Colorado. Another Colorado team tonight.
Yep, what a great win last night. A gritty win that was lead changes back and forth, and then the newcomer to Bellingham, Madison Coleman, coming up big in the clutch, scoring 17, a team high and a game high in points, coming in, providing a great lift off the bench, and led them to a much-needed victory here at home.
Madison Coleman, a great spark, as you said, Dylan, off the bench, transferring this year from Sacramento City College. She keeps that up. It'll be hard to keep her out of the starting lineup.
Keep her out of the starting lineup, but also we talked about a lot yesterday. There's so many other pieces around her. So if they start to focus up on Madison Coleman here tonight, there's plenty of other pieces off the bench, on the floor, in the starting lineup that can provide great scoring outputs.
A bit of a scare last night for the Vikings as their star forward, Kelsey Rogers, went down with a knee injury.
Yeah, and she was their leading scorer in the first 4 games in California coming into this one, so definitely a big loss. But again, especially at that post position where she plays, they're very deep, and they proved it last night.
And she is out here on the floor moving around. She has that knee wrapped. She will most likely not play tonight to rest that knee. Basically, she's an emergency player. If they were down to their last woman on the bench, she could play if she had to.
Yeah, and luckily, they got a great player in Anna Schwecke to hold it down in the key. And she's playing her former team tonight. She used to be a Mountain Lion a few years ago before she transferred to Bellingham, so it should be a really fun homecoming game for her.
It's the Mountain Lions and the Vikings coming up next here on Vikings TV.
This evening's contest featuring your Western Washington University Vikings and the Colorado Springs Mountain Lions. Fans, at this time, if you would, please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, performed this evening by the Western Washington University Band. Thank you, Viking Band. Now, fans, here are the starting lineups. First, for the visiting team, the Colorado Springs Mountain Lions, as announced by their head coach, Lynn Plett. Coach Plett is assisted by Liz Doran and Janae Squires-Horton. Fans, let's welcome to the court 00, McKenna Baker. Number 5, Desiree Pearson. Number 14, Ellie Moore. Number 21, Maddie Gabler. And number 23, Abby Fikert. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Colorado-Colorado Springs Mountain Lions. Viking fans, are you ready? And now here's the starting lineup for your home team, Western Washington University Vikings, as announced by our head coach, Carmen Dolfo. Coach Dolfo is assisted by Stacy Terrell, Kayla Burnson, and Zach Phelps. Fans, welcome to the court of 5'6" senior from Ellensburg, Washington, number 3, Lexi Bland. A 5'8" junior from Seal Beach, California, number 10, Danny Iwami. A 6' junior from Tumwater, Washington, number 12, Emma Duff. A 5'11" sophomore from Everson, Washington, number 20, Katrina Jamaica. And a 6'3" senior from Evergreen, Colorado, number 44, Anna Schwecke. Fans, these are your Western Washington Vikings!
Welcome inside Carver Gym as the Western Washington Vikings are set to do battle tonight against the University of Colorado Springs. Sean Wally with Dylan Foreman, our entire Vikings TV crew. Let's go.
Let's get it going. And after a great Friday night game, looking to have the same result here, especially if you're Anna Schwecke, formerly a Mountain Lion earlier on in her career. Now here in Bellingham, you can see one of her teammates, her former teammates, clapping when her name was called in the starting lineup. For me, I think she's going to be an impact player. By far the biggest girl on the court right now. They have a sizable advantage in the paint if they want to choose to exploit that here in this one.
As we get set for the tip, it'll be Ellie Moore for UCCS and Schwecke for Western Washington. The Mountain Lions come in at 1-4. Tough start to the season as Jamaica has it ahead to Iwami. First points on the board for Western Washington, 2-0.
Classic tip play and a nice pass ahead from Jamaica over to Iwami, who just slipped behind the defense and put in the first 2 of this one.
Pearson, top of the key, guarded by Lexi Bland.
And Moore is going to have a lot of work to do in that paint as Pearson called for a travel. As they're not going to get many post touches as Moore well undersized, so they're going to have to do it in the guard play. Their number one options, Abby Fikert, coming into this one, averaging 11.5 a game, had 18 last night, and their 2-point loss to Simon Frazier. Barn burner over there.
Iwami the 3 off the right side of the rim, ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Mountain Lions, it appears.
And Schwecke just having a nose for the ball, knows where it's going to be coming off the rim and able to get a hand on it to keep possession.
Iwami to inbound. Finds Schwecke, double teamed, outside to Duff. Iwami gets it back, baseline, finds Schwecke, cutting to the bucket. Basket is good, 4-0 Vikings, 9:05 to play, first quarter.
And we saw that all day yesterday is every baseline drive, all the bigs are beautifully trained on how to work in the key opposite the ball and be able to catch it and go and finish.
A foul will be called on the Vikings as Maddie Gabler was tripped up.
As you can see on the last play, Iwami does a great job getting in the seam, and Schwecke just knows where to be. Great pass and cut for the score there. So they're up 4-0.
Pearson inbounds to Baker. Swing it to Gabler. Moore has it now. Only 8 to shoot for the Mountain Lions. Will they get a shot off? They will not. Shot clock violation. Ball goes back to the Vikings.
Great on-ball defense on Abby Fikert, as literally had nowhere to go with the ball for 7 whole seconds. Corralled her, knows she wants to shoot first, especially within this team. Good job forcing the shot clock violation.
Vikings up 4. Losing the basketball is Duff, but not able to corral it is McKenna Baker for the Mountain Lions. And there is last night's star for the Vikings into the game. Madison Coleman was 17 last night.
17, player of the game, great minutes off the bench, and we've seen that once before in California against UC San Diego.
And Iwami, another 3, that's short. Rebound to the Mountain Lions, 8:10 to play, first quarter. Gabler, the left-hand dribble. Iwami picks her pocket. Ball is loose. Iwami has it. Finds Duff. Looking for Coleman, but it's stolen away.
Man, such quick hands, but right there, you got to convert in transition after a great steal.
Baker in the corner.
As looks like a pen on the court. Don't know how that got there so far near the key.
As long as we didn't throw it out there, I think we're okay.
Yep.
Nice strong drive by Maddie Gabler. First points on the board for the Mountain Lions.
And Gabler's got a really strong frame for a guard, so she'll be able to do that, try to find little seams and power step through it. Great finish there for the Mountain Lions.
Lexi Blands, baseline, finds Schwecke. Runs into a Mountain Lion, an offensive foul called on Anna Schwecke.
And I think there's probably a travel there first before the foul, but again, still in the right spot. Has just got to know what to do with it when she catches it in traffic. As Zaragoza, Dykstra, and Molly Olson check into the game. Again, they're so deep. They can have 3 or 4 person subs if Coach Dolfo wants it.
And that's without Kelsey Rogers, which is why Jamaica was in the starting lineup. And now you see Coleman out there early. She'll get a lot of time tonight with Rogers probably not playing.
Well, and though she's like a straight shooter, a guard, her length and athleticism allow her to play inside when needed, especially on the defense end. Great anticipation from Dykstra, nothing new. Great
Avery
finish.
Dykstra picking the pocket, going coast to coast. It's 6-2 Vikings, 3 minutes gone by, first quarter.
And that's what the 1 through 3, the guards for Western are so good, anticipating the pass, getting in the passing lane, and getting out in transition. You see it right there.
Almost another steal by Dykstra. Ball loose. Bland on the floor with Baker. Jump ball called. Possession arrow to UCCS.
When you're a coach and you can trust any person you come off the bench to come in and bring defensive energy like that, no matter if they're making or missing shots, if they're providing that defensive energy, that's all you can ask for. And it's such a great asset to have for a team like the Vikings who like to get out in transition.
10 to shoot for the Mountain Lions. Lexi Bland comes away with the basketball for Western Washington.
They are everywhere.
Off to the races, left-hand dribble goes outside to Molly Olson for 3. The dribble is good. It's 9-2 Vikings, and UCCS wants to talk things over. Head coach Lynn Plett takes a timeout, just a 30-second timeout. 1:31 left.
You see Bland in transition after the steal creates the opportunity, and that's what a lot of these Western guards can do. Pushing it, eyes up, trying to get to the rack, trying to draw the defense. Right there, help comes too far. Molly Olsen, knockdown three from the corner. And yeah, I mean, these guards are so well trained in driving under control and making the dump down pass to the big or kicking it out for a three. Wally, nice dance moves there, buddy. You almost caught me with an elbow to the face right there.
You can't tell my secrets.
I think it's the Bang energy drink he had upon arrival. It's getting you a little jittery. Rainbow unicorn flavor.
Can't go wrong with rainbow unicorn.
I think you can go a lot wrong with the rainbow unicorn flavor.
How do you not smile when you hear rainbow unicorn?
I smile out of being embarrassed for you. It's an awkward smile.
9-2, Western Washington in control early on, but there's a lot of basketball left to play here inside Carver Gym after the timeouts. The Mountain Lions with the basketball. Coleman hoping to deny the entry pass.
5 turnovers already for the Mountain Lions. This help pressure defense from Western has been relentless here to start. These guards for the Mountain Lions are going to have to be able to handle the pressure.
Good ball movement by the Mountain Lions. Shot up, nothing but net by Maddie Gabler, the senior out of Longmont, Colorado. It's 9-4 Vikings.
Gabler with 15 points in last night's game, so nice hot start for her in their trip to Northern Washington, but again, that's a tough shot.
Lexi Bland spins in the lane. Her shot rejected, but a foul is called on the Mountain Lions. That foul on Abby Fikert as you take a look at Bland in the lane.
I mean, oh, that's pretty clean up top on the ball, but a little contact before, which is what I think they're calling. But if your coach play, I mean, understandably a little upset that you didn't get the call right there.
Looked like to me Lexi got smacked in the face.
And we saw Bland hit the deck a bunch of times yesterday too. Already he's taken a beating in these 2 games at home, but it's just a very gritty point guard. I mean, she does all the little things well.
10-4 Vikings, 5:50 to play, first quarter. Mountain Lions with the basketball. A 2-point loss last night in Canada. Driving into the lane, Pearson loses the basketball. Last touch by the Vikings. UCCS will inbound.
It's great help defense there. Great hesitation move from Pearson, but this defense is swarming. Here's another jump shot. Good by Gabler.
Maddie Gabler bringing the offense for the Mountain Lions. It's 10-6 Vikings. Molly Olsen on the baseline picks up the dribble. All the way across court to Dykstra. Ball knocked out of bounds by who else? Maddie Gabler.
Yeah, she's off to a nice little start, 4 points, getting her hands on the ball in the help side. But her jump shot, it's a little funky. She holds it for an extra little count, so it looks like she's trying to buy herself a little extra time and make the defense hard to time on the block.
Gracie Castaneda fresh into the ball game for the Vikings, misses the 3. Back comes Gabler and the Mountain Lions. Cross court, 3 on the way. A high arcing shot is good. Abby Fikert with the triple. 10-9. Here come the Mountain Lions.
And you can hear Coach Dolfo telling her team in transition, shoot her, make sure we have her marked, and just didn't get there soon enough as the high-low look to Dykstra is not there from the freshman Zaragoza.
Zaragoza with the ill-advised pass down low. Turnover back to the Mountain Lions. They can take the lead. They trail by 1.
Yeah, as Western has just been a little out of sync on the offensive side ever since that hot start.
Anna Schwecke gets in the way of that pass, steals it away ahead to Molly Olsen. Olsen finds Duff. Duff going baseline to Schwecke. Loses the basketball. Back come the Mountain Lions.
Here's Fikert, dangerous in transition as we just saw a few plays ago.
Strong move, working on Schwecke. Shot will not fall. Back comes Schwecke and the Vikings. Her layup is short. Basketball loose on the floor. Mountain Lions come away with it.
It's a great look in transition. You love to know that your big is running the floor in transition, but when you get caught going downhill that quickly, you got to be able to jump stop, corral yourself, then go finish. Even though the layup looks so tempting, your momentum's taking you forward. You got to be able to slow yourself down and finish.
Kaylee Barnard into the game for the Mountain Lions. Inside 4 minutes left, first quarter in Bellingham, Washington. Vikings up 1 with the basketball. Molly Olson, top of the key to Castaneda. Gracie drives baseline. Outside to Avery Dykstra. Dykstra tripped up, keeps her footing. 6 to shoot, she's double teamed.
It's a good trap. That's a really good trap on Dykstra, who was looking for the interior pass upon driving baseline, but they got stuck in the key. 3-second violation. Well done from the Mountain Lions on the defensive end. And Awami, who had such a great start to this game, is back in to apply that defensive pressure we know and love.
Dykstra to the bench for the Vikings. Still a 1-point Western Washington lead. 3:30 left, first quarter. Johnson with it. They swing it around to DeVera. Pearson goes all the way across court, finds her teammate. Molly Olson on defense. The jumper is short. Offensive rebounds, and the Mountain Lions have their first lead. 11-10.
And Barnard just went completely unchecked. Great help defense there, too. Altered the shot by Schwecke. They get it back.
Olson the offensive rebound. She drives into the paint, can't get the shot to go. Back come the Mountain Lions. That's McKenna Baker across half court. They're up 1. Baker, the jumper inside the three-point line, is short. Jamaica the rebound to Molly Olson. Olson, the stutter step drive outside to Iwami. Castaneda, look at the quickness. Double team, nowhere to go with it. Finds Danny Iwami. Left-hand dribble, attacks the rack, goes up strong and gets it to go. 12-11 Vikings.
Great job. Nice tight dribble with the hesitation. Kept it close to her body. His help side hands were trying to reach and poke it away, and then a great finish over the big inside. And that's tough.
Pearson from the right elbow outside to Baker. 10 to shoot for the Mountain Lions. DeVera driving, has not much of a shot. Vikings running the floor. That's Katrina Jamaica. Olson, Iwami for 3. 15-11 Western Washington.
And great extra pass from Olson. Again, sacrificing the good shot for a great shot. We said it a bunch yesterday, and that's just a perfect example of it.
Baker going strong with a pass to Barnard, but a foul is called on Western Washington.
And both teams are running the same thing offensively. Spread the floor, let the guards make their move one-on-one, and you're looking for the big opposite. So both teams should be pretty familiar with what each team is running right now.
Pearson, 3 on the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net. It's 15-14 Vikings.
And that's the definition of an eyeball shot right there, as Lexi Bland was covering her and still able to get the shot off and sink it. A great steal there by DeVera.
Olson loses it to DeVera. DeVera left-hand dribble in the lane, going up strong. Molly Olson, the partial rejection. Back come the Vikings. Olson ahead to Bland. Bland back to Olson. Give and go between the two. Danny Iwami.
Oh, great pass.
Inside to Anna Schwecke. Knocked down, fouled. Basket is good. Anna Schwecke to the line as the foul goes to Kaylee Barnard. 17-14 Vikings.
What a pretty play as Iwami in the lane hits Schwecke in stride, as you can clearly see Barnard in the circle there. Easy blocking call and one. Great hands, keeping the ball high, finishing strong, and a great vision by Iwami to start that play. Great 1-2 punch from the guard to the big. Love it.
Final minute, first quarter here in Bellingham. 18-14, Vikings by 4. Baker, skip pass to DeVerne. DeVerne working on Schwecke. Kicks it outside to DeVera. DeVera driving on Olsen, another block.
Olsen's hands are everywhere, and she is being incredibly active, going straight up as DeVera has just throwing it into her hands for a block shot.
Lexi Blands to Olsen. The hot hand, at least on defense for the Vikings. Schwecke under the hoop. You can't let her get that deep. It's 2014 Vikings.
Olsen is doing all the right things on both ends of the floor right now, and did a great job looking off the pass to Schwecke and then getting it back to her underneath the hoop.
6 seconds left, first quarter. Baker working on Awami, the jumper on the way and in.
Great move by McKenna Baker to end the first quarter. As Awami had a great first quarter on both ends. You can see it here. So Olsen giving it up to her point guard for a 3. They're on top, 20-16 at the end of the first.
Quality food brings people together, so we continue to provide the best and freshest food available. Every day, we reach out, finding the best producers right here in our backyard. At Hagen, we partner with passionate local producers, farmers, and fishers to find you the best sustainable, fresh, and organic food. Hagen, Northwest Fresh since 1933.
A look at the Western Washington huddle during the timeout between quarter number 1 and quarter number 2 as we get set for a second period of play. Vikings up 20-16 here in Bellingham. Sean Wally alongside Dylan Foreman.
And great standing ovation there for former Western Washington basketball player battling cancer, and great to see the players come back and support their team despite what they're going through. It's got to be really inspiring for Coach Dolfo to see one of her old players in the stands supporting her as she battles this ugly disease. There's another great pick and roll over to Schwecke from Awami. They've had a nice connection in this one. And again, Awami doing it all in drive and penetration, able to find the open player for 2. As really great start to this one. Great first quarter on both ends of the floor, and it's really coming to her own as the point guard.
Mountain Lions with the layup, 22-18, 9:23 to play, second quarter. As you mentioned, and the look at Taylor Peacock, just amazing what she did on this basketball court. Leading scorer all time in women's basketball here at Western Washington.
Crazy. Awesome to see her back, like I said, and what a scorer she was for this squad and for Coach Dolfo, who has also had a successful career here and definitely one of the best she's probably ever coached.
McKenna Baker. Dykstra on defense, the jumper from 16 off the rim. Schwecke the rebound ahead to Molly Olsen. Olsen finds Dykstra streaking to the rack, off window and in.
Olsen at the end of the first quarter had 3 assists, make it 4, and she is doing a great job in transition in the half court, creating opportunities for her teammates, and you see it on display again as she finds Dykstra in stride.
Pearson. Hands off to Baker. Baker the jumper, short. Ball loose. Dykstra has it, and she is bumped and fouled by McKenna Baker.
Again, we talked about it yesterday about how deep they were, especially in the post. Today, we're seeing it on display how deep they are with their guard play. People coming in, cycling in and out, and able to pick up where the person in front of them left off.
Molly Olsen in front of the Mountain Lion bench for the Vikings. To Jamaica. Down low, Schwecke on the block. The quick pivot, and bucket is good. 26-18 Vikings.
And for the most part, especially in that first quarter, we thought the size advantage was going to be pretty detrimental to UCCS, but they've done a good job in help side. They were just a step late on that one. Schwecke gets an easy look.
Nice up and under by Kaylee Barnard, but it will not go. 26-18 Vikings with the basketball. Lexi Bland down low to the workhorse. Anna Schwecke. Shot won't go. Mountain Lions with the rebound. Back the other way, it's Ellie Johnson. Johnson to Pearson for her long three. Bland the rebound. She's got Olsen and Schwecke in front of her. She hands to Olsen, can't get a handle on the basketball, goes over the rim. Schwecke has it to Bland. Bland outside to Jamaica for three. Looks good, but rims out.
Again, great job from Lexi Bland getting in the lane, coming to a jump stop, had a shot for herself if she wanted to try to draw some contact. Instead, reverse pivoted, got an open three-pointer shot for her teammate.
Fikert, the three is missed. Inside 7 minutes, second quarter. Back come the Vikings. Schwecke to Molly Olsen. The three, too strong. Rebound to the Mountain Lions. Pearson. They swing it around to DeVera. Fikert. The skip pass to Johnson. Johnson, Molly Olsen on defense. Bernard in the lane, the left hand off window is good. It's 26-20 Vikings.
And easily could have been a travel there, a little bit of happy feet on the catch, but nonetheless a good move to get in the lane, get to her left hand and finish strong.
Lexi Bland finds Olsen. Swing it to Dykstra. Bland gets it back into the paint. The off-balance jumper won't go. Schwecke didn't notice the basketball was behind her. Ball out of bounds, I believe, to the Mountain Lions.
Yep.
Schwecke, Olsen, Bland, and Jamaica to the bench.
Again, with this team, you can bring in 3 or 4 subs in at a time and continue to keep rolling. As they're only up 6, the last couple possessions haven't been as fluid as they were when they started this game, but still definitely have the advantage on the inside where they've been able to get a lot of dribble penetration or post-up feeds that lead to open outside shots.
Coleman, Castaneda, Zaragoza, and Iwami into the game for Western Washington along with Dykstra. A three on the way by Coleman is short. 6-point Viking lead, ball loose and out of bounds. Iwami trying to get it, cannot. It will be Mountain Lion basketball. 5:38 left, second quarter.
That's a great job from Zaragoza, though, catching it at the high post, immediately turning and facing the hoop, is able to skip it across court to an open Coleman. That's a great shot. I'm sure they'll take that 9 times out of 10 on any possession.
Pearson driving on Castaneda, shot too strong, battle for the rebound. Carly Zaragoza has it for the Vikings, ahead to Iwami, up to Dykstra. Back outside to Iwami. Castaneda. Good ball movement, Iwami in the corner. Dykstra splitting the defense, picks up the dribble in the paint. Castaneda open for three, way short. Ball loose on the floor, out of bounds to the Vikings.
And great closeout from Gablers, partially gets a piece of that shot. That's a lot of ground to cover, is able to get a hand on the ball. Ball will stay here with 8 seconds, though. It's Olsen to throw it in, finds Zaragoza.
The big power forward down low, muscles it up and in. 28-20 Vikings inside 5 minutes, second quarter.
And yesterday when we saw her play, I mean, we were very high on how well and how experienced she looks out there with only being a freshman. She knows exactly where to be, has great hands and a great feel for the game.
Ball loose, Castaneda on the floor along with Gabler. Jump ball called, possession arrow to the Mountain Lions. 4:42 left, second quarter, timeout on the floor. Vikings 28, Mountain Lions 20 on Vikings TV. A look at the Western Washington University band doing their thing inside Carver Gym. Sean Wally alongside Dylan Foreman, our entire Vikings TV crew. Thank you for joining us tonight. Wherever you may be, probably a couple viewers in Colorado.
Probably, and a lot of Schwecky's family probably watching from Colorado. That's where she hails from, and again, matching up against her old team has done a pretty good job thus far. Has mishandled a couple balls on the inside, but has able to find her way in the paint and get some really good looks. 9 total points, leads all scores for the Vikings, as just sheerly with her size, she's going to get a lot of open looks throughout this game. Even when help side comes, they're too short to be able to take that ball away. If she keeps it high, she'll be good.
Gabler in the lane. Coleman, nice defense. That's an air ball out of bounds to Western Washington.
Yeah,
Coleman, that hand in the face.
And again, Coleman's length is going to provide so many problems, especially when she's guarding smaller guards.
Coleman, 6 feet tall. Her second home game with the Vikings, transferred from Sacramento City College. Molly Olson with it for the Vikings. They're up 8. Dykstra outside to Coleman. Coleman attacks the rack, too strong, gets her own rebounds. Shot rejected.
Gabler has really got it done on both ends of the floor. Has been able to find her shot a couple of times, but a couple blocks and steals. A little bit of a push off on Dykstra, but gets it to go.
No whistle, no foul. 28-22, Vikings by 6. Castaneda to Dykstra, the right-hand dribble. Cross to Madison Coleman. Coleman back to Castaneda. Castaneda in the lane, outside to Coleman for 3. Rims out. Coleman 17 last night, no points yet here tonight in a fast-moving first half.
And I think the reason why it's been a little bit out of sync for Western on the offensive end and they haven't been able to pull away is they're sucking in the defense so much to help on the bigs. It's a great steal by Olson, who continues her defensive prowess. Foul on the other end.
A late whistle as Castaneda misses the shot. Foul called on Pearson of UC Colorado Springs.
But it's just been one of those funky games that, aside from transition, which they've been beautiful in. I mean, their transition play, looking up with less dribbles and able to get it to the open person down the court, has been perfect. I think it's more the half court, and credit the Mountain Lions because they're sucking in their defense and their help defense to negate the size advantage. So a lot of outside shots have been open and haven't been able to get a lot of them to go. So that's why it's kind of felt like a weird game for Western, even though they've been in control for all of it. They're only up 8 with 3:05 left in the half.
Castaneda to the bench. Duff and Jamaica back in the game for Western Washington. Coleman also took a seat during those free throws. Inside 3 minutes left, first half in Bellingham, Washington. Gabler misses the shot. Back come the Vikings. Molly Olson, left-hand dribble. Finds Emma Duff out of Tumwater, Washington. Outside to Dykstra, looking down low for Schwecky. Loses the basketball. There's a battle for it, and the Mountain Lions come away with it.
And it's just the bigs really haven't been able to get post touches in the traditional way from the wing.
Pearson swings it out top. Pearson has it back.
It's a great move.
Shot off back iron. Schwecky the rebounds. 2:10 to play. First half, 30-22 Vikings. Molly Olson out of Napa Vine, Washington. Likes that left-hand dribble. Looking down low for Schwecky. Schwecky on the block. Outside to Jamaica. Lost the handle for a second. 6 to shoot. Dykstra goes baseline. Cross court to Duff. The 3 on the way. Short. Battle for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. It will be Mountain Lion basketball.
And Coach Platt, basically, with the way they're playing, he's probably told his girls, we're taking away the easy drives. We're taking away the post touches. We're leaving them open on the outside. we're bringing everybody for help. Okay, we're going to give up the three-point shot. And so far, it's working out enough where they're going to stay within striking distance. Once Western gets a few to go, I think he's going to have to change his game plan.
Baker loses the handle on the basketball. Molly Olson dives to the floor, rips it away, and Western Washington calls a timeout. Minute 33 left, second quarter, 30-second timeout. Vikings by 8.
Molly Olson really has been quite a performer in this first half. And granted, she's not the leading scorer or anything like that, or the leading rebounder, but the little things she's doing on both ends of the floor, making the extra pass, getting on the floor to get the steal, or just getting the steal and pushing it in transition. And she's just been everywhere. As you can see right there, Lexi Bland gets on the floor, pushes it out. Able to find Olsen in transition, who again just has a nose for the ball. As working off ball, working with the ball on the defensive end and the help side. I mean, she's been doing it all. It's been fun to watch.
Zaragoza back in the game for Western Washington from the right elbow. She's in the paint, going up strong. It's short.
It's a great move, though. Isolated her on the right elbow. Wanted to see if she could go one-on-one. Got a good shot off.
Baker into the lane, off balance. No foul called. Ball out of bounds to the mountain line.
Yeah, good job from Duff by not trying to reach or not trying to block the shot. Out of control. They get the ball back, but good defense from Duff.
Baker looking to inbound. Going all the way out top. Dykstra tries for the steal, doesn't get it. Fikert, the jumper, short. Dykstra can't get the rebound. But there is Zaragoza diving for the basketball. We have a jump ball call. Possession arrow for the first time to the Vikings.
The hustle plays. You're never going to not see a Viking player on the ground going for a loose ball. And that all starts in practice. That starts with team culture. And then clearly they're on the right track with those two things. Those little things is what wins games. And we saw it last night. Danny Awami taking the charge with about a minute and a half left in the game. They're only up one. They needed a stop on that possession. They got it because they took the charge. The little hustle plays add up at the end of the game.
Final minute, second quarter here in Bellingham inside Carver Gym. Vikings up 30-22. 8 to shoot. Duff into the lane. Ball loose on the floor. She gets it back. 3 seconds to shoot. Jamaica open. Shot is an air ball. That'll be a shot clock violation. Mountain Lions take over with 30 seconds left.
Again, great. Anytime that ball is caught in the key or driving to the key to get a finish, swarming defense comes.
Baker, the jumper off back iron. 3 Vikings battle for the rebound. Jamaica has it. Ahead to Olsen. Holding for the final shot as Coach Dolfo lets them know one shot. Here we go. 10 seconds left. Olsen, look at the handles. To Zaragoza attacking the lane. Loses the basketball. 3 seconds left. Mountain Lions have it. Can they get a shot off? They will not. And that is how the first half ends here in Bellingham. Vikings lead 30-22.
And Coach Platt, you got to be happy only being down 8. Second half, look for the Vikings to come out stronger and hopefully knock down a few three-pointers to try to open this one up.
Halftime here in Bellingham. We'll be back with second half action after this on Vikings TV.
This simple banana peel represents a bold idea, a way to create energy from household trash. It not only saves about 80% in carbon emissions, it helps reduce landfill waste. That's why BP is partnering with a California company, Fulcrum Bioenergy, to turn garbage into jet fuel, because we can't let any good ideas go to waste. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere to help the world keep advancing. Welcome to Fowler, Indiana, one of the windiest places in America, and home to 3 BP wind farms. In the off chance the wind ever stops blowing here, the lights can keep on shining thanks to our natural gas, a smart partner to renewable energy that's always ready when needed. Or not. At BP, we see possibilities everywhere to help the world keep advancing.
Welcome back to Carver Gym on the campus of Western Washington University. Sean Wally alongside Dylan Foreman as we get set for second half action and a look at some of the highlights from half number one.
Yeah, two really great performances I saw from the Vikings in that first half, and a Schwecke for one. 9 total points, getting it done, 4-7 from the field, 6 boards. She's played really well, gotten all the looks she's wanted in the paint, and has converted most of them. You can see the and one there. Another person I've really liked is Molly Olson, okay, making the plays off the pass, with 4 assists in that first half, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. So really doing it in every single category. Has been great in help defense, pushing it in transition, making the extra pass, making her teammates look good. And they're only up 30-22. Shooting woes kind of is what got them a little bit. Shooting 2 of 12 from the 3-point line in that first half. If they get a couple of those to fall, they'll be golden. Oh gosh. Here's Sean Wally with the half-court shot at half-court. And boy, am I going to hate you the next couple hours, because you're just not going to shut up about it. I know you're not.
What can you say?
Oh, okay.
When it goes in, it goes in. And only one went in. I let it fly, and it was money. So if Coach Dolfo or Coach Tony Dominguez ever need anybody, put me in, Coach.
Let's get you an honorary jersey.
Honorary. Very nice.
Honorary jersey. Oh, it actually makes me so mad to know that you made that right after me.
Right after you didn't make?
Yeah, the shirt's too tight. It's not my fault. I couldn't get the release that I wanted, the arc. It was restrictive.
I can give lessons.
Oh, okay.
Great camera work, ladies and gentlemen. And let's not forget the editing.
And another steal from Olsen. Ooh. Look at her get on the floor to start this second half.
Olsen with it for the Vikings, going baseline outside to Dykstra, top of the key. Just getting started the third quarter. Olsen, the jumper, short. Back comes Baker and the Mountain Lions.
Again, Olsen, just the great first half, looking for a shot. A little bit more in the second half. It's a great high-low to Gabler. As she continues her tear, that brings her to 10 points on the night. Has been kind of the lone bright spot in this Mountain Lion offense in this one.
Molly Olsen to Anna Schwecke into the lane, backing in and goes off window. It's 32-24 Vikings.
I mean, when you're the Mountain Lions, what can you do when she catches it that deep? If she keeps it high, she's going to get a clean shot off every time. So great big fundamentals there from Schwecke.
Jumper rims out, rebound comes out to Dykstra. Back come the Vikings.
Again, both teams really didn't shoot it that well in the first half as Olsen trying to draw the foul.
Ball in the hands of the Mountain Lions. Fikert. They swing it around. Good ball movements. DeVero with it for UCCS. Goes baseline. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Vikings. They lead 32-24. 8:25 left third quarter.
And Fikert kind of had a quiet first half, only 5 points, and she's been their leading scorer this season with 11.5 per game, as obviously they want to try to get her more open looks as she's just been hounded.
Offensive rebounds. And what hang time. Gabler, the rebound and the bucket, 32-26. Vikings, 8:10 left third quarter.
Yeah, Gabler just has an interesting release. She holds it for a little longer than most people do. Most people finish their shot at the highest point. As a great post feed from Olsen to Schwecke, puts it in for 2. Schwecke with 4 quick ones here at the start of the half.
Schwecke with 11 on the night. Baker into the lane. Outside to Moore. Moore in the lane, gets the shot to fall. It's 34-28 Vikings.
And that's just a great fundamental move over the left ear, left jump hook. Uses her body to protect it from the longer Schwecke. It's a great shot there from Moore.
Molly Olson for the Vikings. Schwecke outside Jamaica for three. Good rotation, but it's short. Ball out of bounds to UCCS.
I like the adjustment on offense from Western to start this second half. And the main thing they probably talked about when they went to halftime is just offensive productivity. And they switched to a 1-4 high where you can get a UCLA cut, allow the opposite elbow from wherever the ball goes in to walk their person down, seal, and post up to make it easier to get the ball inside.
Good defense by the Vikings, knocking the ball out of bounds. 7:07 to play third quarter. 34-28. Mountain Lions basketball. Pearson looking down low. Gabler, the shot, rims out. Duff, the rebound. Molly Olson surveying the court. Finds Emma Duff. Duff, baseline, picks up dribble. Outside to Dykstra. Dykstra to Duff, the three. Off back iron. Battle for the basketball. Dykstra on the floor.
Good sportsmanship there from Dykstra to help her up. But again, like we talked about in the first half, there's always going to be hustle plays from the Vikings. They're never not going to get on the floor for a loose ball, which is something that it's hard to teach. But if everyone can buy into that fact of hustling. Gray underneath pass. Oh! Swatted away by Ellie Johnson. Great help side of what would have been a wide open lay-in.
Danny Iwami to inbound. She gets it to Bland. She is fouled, hits the deck, and will head to the free throw line.
Great body control from Bland to absorb the contact and still get the shot off. She'll head the line for 2-0 after the foul on an inbounds play. And if you're a coach, you just hate to give up open looks or scoring plays off inbounds plays.
Bland from Ellensburg, Washington hits the free throw. Just 2 points on the night. But Bland does so much more than score.
Right. I mean, she is their true point guard, gets them into their stuff, always creating opportunities and kicking out for others, very under control. Really like her game. Very gritty player.
Fikert hits the deck. She looked frustrated in doing so. Foul called on Danny Iwami. That is her first. 35-28 Vikings in the lead. Mountain Lion basketball, 6:22 to play third quarter. Gabler, the jumper short. Duff corrals the basketball.
And Gabler really has liked going to her left hand and pulling up. It's been a very comfortable shot. And another high-low from Iwami to Schwecke.
What great touch passing. Schwecke underneath, 37-28. She leads all scorers with 15.
And I think the fact that they've been getting to that action quicker is not allowing that help side to get there in time. So Schwecke, all she has to do is catch, seal, and finish. And it's been pretty automatic so far here in the second half. Extends the lead to 9.
Baker from the left elbow working on Iwami. Goes around her. Too strong on the shot. Offensive rebound down low for the Mountain Lions. Ball loose now. Iwami has it. Back come the Vikings. Iwami baseline, cross court. They get it out top now to Dykstra. Too many steps. Traveling is called.
Yep. It's usually the one that people call the most is the dragging the pivot foot off the jab step and crossover. As Lexi Bland's going to get a much deserved breather.
Baker across half court for UCCS. Fikert to Tellen. Down low to Davern. Ball loose. Who's going to get it? Players scramble on the floor. Jump ball is called. Possession arrow to the Mountain Lions.
Ow. A couple of those falls look painful. And Schwecke's arm kind of got tied up on the jump ball, and Duff went down hard trying to knock that one away.
5:03 left, third quarter. Mountain Lions inbounds. 4 seconds to shoot. Do they realize it? Baker fires a three, and it's good. 37-31 Vikings.
Great job from Baker, able to get that shot off and still have eyes on the rim to be able to see it. Oh, great backdoor cut from Duff, and guess who finds her? Owami. Again, I mean, the three guards, Bland, Olsen, and Owami, just have great vision where they see all cutters at all times and so unselfish with the ball. It's pretty basketball. As Owami drives middle, forces help defense from Taline, and boom. Picture perfect backdoor cut.
39-31 Vikings, 4:32 left, third quarter on Vikings TV.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Back here inside Carver Gym, Bellingham, Washington. Sean Wally alongside Dylan Foreman. Our entire Vikings TV crew, 4:28 and counting third quarter, 39-31. Western Washington over UC Colorado Springs. Viking basketball, Schwecke cross court, Dykstra for three.
Boom. And then this is a little bit different action. Get the ball down low early on in the possession to Schwecke. Turns over her shoulder, skips it to a wide open Dykstra because all the attention's on Schwecke in the paint. And finally, they get a three to go. They had a dry spell for a while from the arc. Gives them their third three of the night, puts them up 11.
7 to shoot for the Mountain Lions. We've got a three on the way by Tatum Tellen. Rims out. Olsen and the Vikings across half court. Dykstra going baseline. Olsen, a three. Too strong off the iron. Baker has it. Back the other way.
Left wide open again. Their still main focus is to take away the drive and give up the three ball. Western can get a few of them to drop. This one going to escape the Mountain Lions quickly.
Ball poked away. Molly Olsen has the steal. Nice defense by Schwecke. Ahead to Duff. Duff doesn't have numbers. She doesn't care. Spins in the lane, and a blocking foul is called. Foul will be on Tatum Tellen, the junior out of Grapevine, Texas.
Yeah, Taline did her best to just stand her ground, but when Duff gets in transition, it's hard. Yeah, oh, she only had 1 foot on the ground. Easy call there for the referee. So way to attack in transition. That's the easiest way that Western has gotten their points, is attack early and often, where the help side's not as prevalent.
Duff hits the free throws. It's 44-31 Vikings.
Vikert still quiet in this one.
Taline in the corner. The jumper by Davern is no good. Offensive rebound by the Mountain Lions. Shot won't go. Duff the rebound. Dykstra with it now. Olsen cross court to Danny Owami. Owami, Dykstra, same spot, different result. Misses the three.
job by Weston to start it on one side and reverse the ball all the way to the other side for an open shot.
That three ball's up and in. Chelsea Pearson, it's a 10-point game.
And credit the Mountain Lions, they just haven't gone away. They've been a thorn in the side of the Vikings in terms of not being able to just, put your foot to the gas pedal and run away with it, as they've stuck around by hitting a big shot every now and again to keep themselves in the fight with 2:04 left in the third.
Danny Iwami to inbound, baseline for the Vikings. 44-34, Western Washington. She gets it in to Olsen. Schwecke with it now, hands off to Duff. Iwami down low to Anna Schwecke with 15 points on the night. And they're going to give the basketball back to the Mountain Lions.
And Iwami looks over at the bench and says, my bad, coach, I probably shouldn't give it to Schwecke in that position underneath the hoop. But if you're Schwecke, there's no need to dribble there, or maybe one dribble, but bring it high right away, because hands are coming from every which direction to try to take that ball away.
1:41 remaining third quarter. Vikings by 10. Fikert to Talene. Talene into the lane. Spins back. Good defense by Duff. A high arcing three is missed by Pearson. Rebound to Duff. Ahead to Lexi Bland. Dykstra driving to the right side of the lane. Schwecke, the jumper from the right elbow is good. 46-34 Vikings.
And we really haven't seen her attempt anything but a jump hook or a lay-in in these last two games. Extending her range to the elbow, knocks it down. A good shot from the junior.
Final minute, third quarter. Vikings ahead to Lexi Bland. Ball knocked away. She gets it back. Bland outside to Duff. Duff shoots the three. It's short. Rebound to the Mountain Lions. They're streaking across half court. Kick it outside. A three on the way. Rims off. Pearson the miss. Olsen throws it to the crowd. Turnover back to the Mountain Lions.
And completely unforced there, and very uncharacteristic of Olsen, who's usually able to find the open person in transition regardless of where they are, but just an unforced turnover there.
Final 30 seconds, third quarter. 46-34 Vikings. Gabler outside to Pearson. About a second and a half differential between game and shot clock. Pearson attacks the rack, runs into a pair of Vikings, and a foul is called.
It looks like it's going to be a blocking foul on Zaragoza, probably in the cylinder. Got to imagine, because she was pretty well set, waiting for Pearson to drive in. But at least Western should get the last shot in the quarter. Up 12, now up 11.
Chelsea Pearson, the senior from Highlands Ranch, Colorado.
And every point they've gotten in this game has been gritty, and
Mountain Lions get the offensive rebound. 7 seconds left, third quarter. 2 seconds, will they get a shot off? Gabler, the runner, too strong, and that is how we end the third quarter of play. Vikings up 11, 46-35. 10 minutes of basketball left after this on Vikings TV. Welcome back to Bellingham, Washington. Sean Wally alongside Dylan Foreman and our entire Vikings TV crew. And Never a bad time at Carver Gym. Fans getting a little footloose, fancy-free and happy.
I mean, it's never a bad time when the song Footloose is playing, right? I mean, your feet were getting a little loose after that half-court shot. Getting a little jiggy with it. I don't blame you. Good shot, buddy. Good shot. Good shot.
I hope you took notes.
Don't need to. Don't need to, but I respect a good shot when I see it.
10 minutes of basketball left. It is period number 4. Contrary to what your screen says, it is fourth quarter action. Vikings by 11. Olsen, Duff, Zaragoza, Dykstra, and Bland on the floor for Western Washington. Foul called on the floor.
Yeah, Gabler just getting a little too physical in the back of Zaragoza with the double arm bar. And refs are pretty quick to call that anytime there's an extended forearm in the back of a low post player.
Olsen to inbound. Gets it into Zaragoza. Avery Dykstra.
A little elevator screen action for Olsen.
Back to Olsen. Emma Duff. Right back to Olsen. 8 to shoot. Olsen nowhere to go. Outside to Bland. Olsen gets it back. Good rotation on the long 2. They're calling that a 2-pointer. 48-35 Vikings.
So a slower third quarter from Olsen, but the first shot of the fourth gets back on track with a nice inside-out 3 from her point guard, Lexi Bland. Good find over on the wing and knocks it down.
1 minute gone by, period number 4. Dykstra to Olsen. Just hit the long 2. Drives baseline. Lexi Bland in front of her own bench. Emma Duff.
Bland had a baseline drive right there.
7 to shoot for the Vikings. Dykstra to the rack. Short. Zaragoza the rebound. Goes up strong. Basket is good. 50-35. Vikings by 15.
She's a freshman? Are we sure? Because that's a grown senior veteran offensive rebound with a strong finish. And the fact that she's only a freshman and so mature and has such a great nose for the ball and such great strength is very, very promising.
Lexi Bland, left-hand dribble going right back to Zaragoza. Dykstra into the lane. Molly Olsen, left-hand dribble. Good defense by the Mountain Lions, not allowing penetration, but Zaragoza rumbles in the lane. Offensive foul called.
Ooh, there's no way that feels good. That's
not a very forgiving floor.
No. I mean, you could hear that through our headset, and boy, oh boy, did that sound painful. It's great take. As there it goes, they've actually wanted to isolate her on the elbow, but boom. Fikert, the smallest person on the floor, waiting for her. It's a great hustle play there from the Mountain Lions and Abby Fikert. Still hasn't been able to get her going offensively. Luckily, Gabler has been able to shoulder some of the low, but they need some help here on the offensive end, down 15, if they want to have a chance.
9 to shoot for the Mountain Lions. Nice entry pass, but too many Vikings there. Dykstra steals the ball, and she is fouled.
It's great denial by Dykstra. She sees the back cut coming. Good pass from Moore, but Dykstra turns her head at the right second, gets a hand on the ball, and gets the turnover.
Timeout on the floor. 7:38 remaining. Western Washington 50, UCCS 35.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Back here in Bellingham, Washington, Sean Wally, Dylan Foreman, our entire Vikings TV crew. Western Washington enjoying a 15-point lead, 7:38 remaining, fourth quarter.
Yeah, and even though they still haven't shot the ball that well, and all it took was 1 or 2 threes to go down to kind of, extinguish the Mountain Lions hanging around for as long as they have. And they've gotten a lot more inside touches, too, within their possession. Schwecke has just been a force in this second half. 17 points, 8 boards on the night. And against her former team, no less. So it's got to be a good feeling to be playing the way she is against a team she came from in a state that she lived in.
A stat that goes a long way to helping Western Washington have this 15-point lead. They're out rebounding UC Colorado Springs 38-25.
Yep. And we kind of figured that from the get-go. If the bigs did what they were supposed to do in the paint, especially because they a lot of times put 2 on the court at the same time, there's no reason they shouldn't be well in a lead in that rebound category. Love to see the fans get into it as their home team up 15 points, 7:38 to go.
Molly Olson across half court for the Vikings. Olson, Castaneda, Schwecke, Duff, and Iwami on the floor for Western Washington.
Look for the isolation here for Duff.
Duff picks up the dribble, nowhere to go. Hands off to Olson. Olson has it knocked away. Nice defense by Pearson. Bats it out of bounds off of Molly Olson.
And you got to credit, no matter the shooting woes the Mountain Lions have faced or their lack of offensive productivity from everyone but Gabler, I mean, they've stuck with this game. They've stuck with their game plan. Defensively, they've held pretty strong, holding a team that on paper seems like they should be seriously dominating, but they've held the Begs in check for the most part, and they've gotten to good scoring opportunities, just haven't been able to convert. It's good hustle by Pearson. And more on the baseline. Ball will come back to the Vikings, but you got to love that they're still hustling and grinding, trying to get back into this one.
6:50 remaining here in Bellingham, Washington. Danny Iwami swings it to Castaneda. Molly Olson in front of the Viking bench. Back to Iwami. Iwami to Schwecke, who's got 17 on the night. Iwami, the jumper from 10 is good. 52-35 Vikings.
Give the ball back, and it will come right back to you as, again, the baseline drive. Iwami knows exactly where Schwecke is going to be. Schwecke then catches, gives it right back to Iwami on the baseline for an easy jump shot. Puts it in for 2.
Gabler on the right block. Ball loose in the paint, and you see Danny Iwami had it for a moment, but now we have a jump ball call, possession arrow to the Mountain Lions.
You know, when you play full-on denial defense extending from the three-point line, you're going to get backdoor, or at least you should probably get backdoor every now and again. This Vikings team is so good at communicating and so good at anticipating that cut that they don't even let the cutters get open on the backdoor cut. They are able to get a hand in the passing lane and create havoc. They're truly well coached on the defensive end. One pass away, they have it down.
UCCS yet to score here in this fourth quarter with more than 4 minutes gone by.
Gabler getting to her fadeaway just off the front rim. That's a good shot for the Mountain Lions.
Duff baseline, cross court to Molly Olson. Castaneda has it poked away. Pearson attacking the rack, takes on 3 Vikings, ball out of bounds, last touch by Western Washington.
And Pearson just trying to put her shoulder down and bully through a sea of white, but they'll maintain possession.
Katrina Jamaica back into the game for Western Washington. Duff to the bench. 5:32 remaining. Nice inbound pass. Running without the basketball is Anna DeVerne. First bucket of the fourth quarter for UCCS.
Yeah, and you got to call that switch earlier if you're Schwecke and Jamaica has just got caught up on that easy side screen.
Schwecke, the jumper from 14, is short. Offensive rebound to Castaneda. Danny Iwami. 5 minutes to play. Iwami in the lane. The left-hand runner doesn't go. Schwecke fights for the rebound. Outside to Olsen. Jamaica to Castaneda. Castaneda bumps. No whistle. And Iwami, too many steps.
The old happy feet on the catch, and that's where most travels come from, is just on the catch, trying to make a move before they dribble.
Timeout on the floor, 4:46 left here in Bellingham. Western Washington, a comfortable lead, 52-37, as you take a look at the Viking huddle.
Yeah, man. It's been a little bit of a weird game flow-wise. There hasn't been a whole lot of, bang-bang plays that have resulted to long runs. It's been kind of a grinded-out, slower game where they've gotten a bunch of stops, a lot of turnovers, a lot of havoc on the defensive end, but offensively, both teams have just been out of sync. I will say the start of the second half was, I think, the pace that Western wanted to play with from the get-go in terms of getting it in to the post quickly, making a quick move, either to go score, to turn and kick outside. But because of their shooting woes, too, both teams from the outside, it's felt like one of those weird, stagnant games. Western still with a comfortable 15-point lead because they've just been rock solid defensively, and they've been able to hold Gabler in check here in the second half. And Gabler hasn't had a whole lot of help on the offensive end, but the Mountain Lions as a team have looked good on the defensive side, disrupting what Western's been trying to do.
4:40 remaining in the fourth quarter, 52-37 Vikings. Mountain Lions need points in a hurry if they want to climb back in this one. Talene goes down low to Devern. The left-hand hook doesn't go. Iwami comes away with it for Western Washington. Castaneda from the free throw line outside to Jamaica. Bland swings it to Iwami. Lexi Bland gets it back, 8 to shoot. Cross court somehow finds Danny Iwami with a nice pass. Iwami gets it to fall, 54-37 Vikings.
The old bank shot from the corner is one of the toughest shots in basketball. It just gets it to fall, and great move as Jamaica again called for the bump, but it doesn't look like it or feel like it from our angle, but when you drive baseline, there is no backboard to shoot off of, so nice concentration for Iwami to get that off.
So you see Coach Carmen Dolfo talking to officials. And now talking to Lexi Bland during the free throws by Tatum Talene. Talene hits the free throws. It's 54-39 Vikings, 3:44 left.
Ellie Moore coming back in to provide a little more length. I've loved her activity on the defensive side. A little undersized, but really good length.
Full court press applied by the Mountain Lions. Vikings break it.
Good job by Lexi Bland to bring this one out. They have a comfortable lead, protect it, and get a quality offensive possession.
Castaneda fires a three. Good rotation, but it's off the side of the iron. Battle for the basketball. Jump ball called. Possession arrow to Western Washington.
Again, every time the ball's loose on the floor, Western's usually has one or two people on the floor trying to get it.
3:21 remaining.
So we only got 10 seconds on the shot clock. And she will get Castaneda. And Fikert will come back in, so, I mean, hopefully, there's only 3:20 left. not much time for her to try to get it going.
Olsen, the jumper. Foul is called, shot is missed. Molly Olsen will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Yep, Maddie Gola just trying to contest at the high point of Olsen's shot, catches her a little bit on the arm, and that'll give Olsen 9. But, I mean, she's really just filled it up here today. 7 assists, make that 6 points. 7 rebounds, couple steals, couple blocks. It's really filled up the stat sheet.
So we approach 3 minutes remaining here in Bellingham. Mountain Lions using too much clock. Only 7 to shoot. Fikert, ball almost stolen by Olsen. Talene, the wild shot. Rebound to the Vikings.
And Western can just kind of run their stuff, get a quality look. Something they could have done last night to protect their 11-point lead over Western Colorado.
8 to shoot for Western Washington. Looking down low for Schwecke. She turns, hook won't go. She gets her own rebound, and the layup is good. 58-39, 19 points now for Anna.
It's simple. When you're a big like Schwecke and you have this advantage, you just keep it high and good things are going to happen. Whether you make or miss the shot, you go get your offensive rebound, you keep it high again, and you put it back in like she just did right there. Textbook post play right there.
7 to shoot already for the Mountain Lions. Driving on Schwecke, getting the basket to fall is Ellie Moore, the freshman. 58-41. And Western Washington takes a timeout. A full timeout with 1:42 remaining.
And don't know if Schwecke is going to get a breather. Looks like she'll probably come out Zaragoza and Coleman will come in, but Schwecke, 19 points on the night, has really showed out and had some really solid fundamental post work in this game. Again, we saw it yesterday, and all the bigs are taught to play like this, but staying away from the ball on the drive, and when the ball's getting worked around the perimeter, you can flash towards it, seal hard, turn, keep the ball high, and finish. And she's done all those things brilliantly in tonight's game.
58-41, Vikings in control. Final minute 42 forthcoming here inside Carver Gym.
Coach Dolfa, you got to be excited. The start for her team at home in this one is looking to go 2-0 in this season after 4 fantastic games in California and against 2 really good top 10 opponents. As they break the diamond press, and Bland wisely just is going to pull it out.
Bland, Iwami, Olsen, Coleman, and Zaragoza on the floor for Western Washington. Iwami to Lexi Bland. 10 to shoot for the Vikings. Bland finds a wide open Olsen under the basket. 60-41 Western Washington.
Bland really is just a true point guard's point guard. I mean, just sees the floors, always making the unselfish play, always. I've yet to see her do something where she was off balance, out of character. She's always in control, and she's always looking to make plays for her teammates.
Final minutes here in Bellingham. A 19-point Viking lead. Danny Iwami. The defense by Fikert. 7 to shoot. Olsen to Zaragoza down low. Going up strong. A foul is called. Zaragoza to the line for the Vikings.
That's tough to guard when Zaragoza wants to get to the hoop and she's going off 2 feet. She's on balance and she's using her body as an extra padding to get her shot off. And it's tough to guard without fouling. And she does it beautifully right there. on Madison Lord. It's charged with the foul from Vancouver, Washington, the sole Washingtonian on this roster. Second free throw's good. 34 seconds left.
62-41, a 21-point cushion for the home team. About a 3-second differential game in shot clock. Shot rimmed out. Coleman the rebound for the Vikings, and Iwami will just hold. Final 10 seconds here in Bellingham. Ball poked away. Good defense by Fikert. Talene with it now. Shot off back iron. And that will end the basketball game. The Western Washington Vikings sweep the Colorado schools. They are now 4-2 on the year.
Yeah, and the first 6 games of the season, 5 of the 6 have been incredibly close, and they've had that experience. They've had this experience of not shooting well, but still grinding through a game and getting a good win against a good team. So a lot of positives to take away from their first 2 home games. Anna Schwecke, a great performance, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 19 points, 10 rebounds on the night. She played fantastic basketball against her former original school that she started at, and gets to show them why she transferred and gets the job here done tonight, along with other teammates like Molly Olson, who had a fantastic go of it in this one, getting it done in a lot of different stat categories. As really good win for the program and a really good solid 2 days for Coach Dolfo.
Some good home cooking for Western Washington after those first 4 games in California. It's got to feel good for the Vikings to get the home cooking going and win their first 2 games here on WQ Court inside Carver Gym. As our post-game interview, joining me now with 19 points tonight, Anna Schwecke. Anna, great job tonight on the victory.
Thanks.
What did it mean to come home your first 2 games? You were on the road for the first 4 games. Must have been a long trip in California, and now you're back at home doing things well.
Yeah, it feels so good to be at home. It's tough traveling sometimes. You get worn down pretty fast. So being at home and having such great support here, our community and the other students and athletics here, so it's great to be back.
You had 19 points tonight. What is your mindset when you get the ball down low on the post?
Well, my coaches and team have really been encouraging me to just be strong with the ball. The guards do a great job of finding me, so my job is just to finish the easy shot. So just taking my time and going up strong is the main plan.
Was there any added pressure that you put on yourself because one of your other great players, Kelsey Rogers, wasn't playing tonight?
Yeah, Kelsey hurt her knee yesterday, but I think our freshman Carly stepped up so much tonight. She did such a great job. So, I mean, obviously it's a bummer to lose a player like Kelsey, but I think everyone stepped up and filled that position, so it's great.
You seem like you have a great group on the team this year, a lot of camaraderie, even with some new players, as you were saying, Zaragoza and Coleman as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our new people are doing so well. They're so eager to learn, and they're so much fun to be around and to play with, so we really love our new players so much.
Congratulations on the win. Thanks for your time, and now you've got a week off.
I know.
You going to enjoy it?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you, you too.
Anna Schwecke, 19 points on the night. Another win for Western Washington. They're 4-2 on the season. That'll wrap up Vikings TV tonight. For Dylan Foreman and everybody here at Vikings TV, Sean Wally saying good night from Carver Gym.